Hey everyone, Tadpole here, showing you what's changed from Generation 5 to Generation 6 with the new battle mechanics. Little things have been tweaked, new types have been brought in, and there's all kinds of weird resistances. So let's have a look and see just what is going on with Pokemon now. In this video we'll be covering how many of the staple moves have been powered down, but also some have been powered up, or the accuracies have been tweaked. We also have a brand new set of immunities, 2 moves, based on the type of Pokemon. We also have fairy types, and weather changes. In a strange move by Gamefreak, some of the most common moves have had their powers lowered by 5. From 95 to 90. This includes Thunderbolt, Surf, Muddy Water, Flamethrower and Ice Beam. Now these are constant moves in the metagame and they really build the building blocks of most teams. So it's strange they've lowered it even by such a small amount. Hidden Power is another move which is a constant in the metagame, and it's actually been reduced down to a base power of 60, which is really going to affect Pokemon with such a small move pool like Jolteon, who really need that type coverage to make them usable. A lot of really powerful moves have been nerfed as well, with Meteor Mesh going down from 100 to 90, but its accuracy being raised from 85 to 90, which is a bit weird, but at least it's going to make using Metagross just a little bit easier. Fire Blast, Thunder, Hydro Pump and Blizzard are down from 120 to 110, hopefully that won't make too much of an impact. Overheat, Draco Meteor and Leaf Storm are down from 140 to 130. Now this may slightly take the fangs off of Latios, and that would be freaking nice personally. Speaking, Heat Wave is down from 100 base power to 95, and Aura Sphere is down from 90 to 80. Just these small little changes. I'm not sure if they're going to make too much of an impact, but I trust Gamefreak. They seem to know what they're doing. They seem very competitive Pokemon orientated now. So let's see what kind of change they'll make. It's not all about powering down moves this generation though, as some of them have actually gone up. So let's check out the weirdest one first off, and that's Pin Missile. Now, who the hell's used Pin Missile before? No one. Beedrill had it, that's about it, isn't it? But they've actually raised per missile up to 25 base power instead of 14. Now this is probably done for Mega Heracross to try and make him, with his skill link, a bit better than Megahorn. So that could be something quite interesting actually, breaking all those substitutes, that could be pretty decent. Water, Fire and Grass Pledge. I love the idea of these moves and I'm so happy that their base power has gone up from 50 to 80. This might actually make them usable in double and triple battles. And we get those extra added effects, which is going to make it really interesting. Energy Balls increased from 80 to 90 base power. Now that's quite something. It's a good move and I'm glad that it's been brought up. And Power Gem, which is quite an unused move by everyone, has had its BP increased from 70 to 80. We could actually finally see it get some use on the battlefield, who knows. Along those increases and decreases, there are a handful of miscellaneous changes they've done to the battle scene. Firstly, and probably most importantly, critical hits now only do 1.5 times damage instead of 2 times damage. Oh, thank God. I could hug every one of the Game Freaks for this. No longer are you going to have that hacked horrible moment where an opponent comes out of the blue just to win. Thank you so much. Another brilliant one. Sleep counter does not reset when Pokemon are returned. Oh, thank God again. Now that makes so much more sense and I'm so glad they brought it back. Just to recap on what that means, the longer your Pokemon is asleep, the more chance there is that it will wake up on the next turn. Now this was reset in the 5th generation when you take back your Pokemon. For example, if you left it out for 2 turns, then you took it back, it would then be brought back out again at just 1 sleep counter, making it very difficult for it to wake up the next turn. Now that is no more. You bring it back at 2 sleep counter, it will be released at 2 sleep counter. Brilliant. Will-O-Wisp's accuracy has been increased from 75 to 85. I have no idea why they've done this. Will-O-Wisp is a terrifying, crippling attack, and just to raise its accuracy means we're going to see so much of it. And I'm looking at you, Rotom. You are going to be even more of a beast this generation than before. And finally, Toxic, which is completely underappreciated and underused, has had its accuracy completely propelled to 100% if it's used by a poison type. Game Freak are really pushing the poison types this time. Poison and grass and flying, really enough, which I'm totally happy for. And this accuracy is 100% even if they're using fly or dig. There is no hiding from a toxic Gengar now. Brilliant. certain Pokemon types have now become immune to certain Pokemon moves. Now let's have a look at the first one. It's actually grass types are now immune to Spore and Powder based moves. This includes Sleep Powder, Spore and Rage Powder. Wow, this is really gonna put a cripple into Amoonguss and Breloom's reign of terror with their Spore and even Rage Powder. We also have electric types can no longer be paralysed, fire type can no longer be burnt, and ice can't be frozen, along with poison can't be poisoned. It all makes sense to me, it all seems legit. Finally, ghost types cannot be trapped in battle by Mean Look, Shadow Tag, Arena Trap, or any of those other ones. Wobbuffet, your days are numbered. There's also a new type resistance change which may have slipped underneath your radar. Steel types no longer resist dark and ghost moves. This, along with the introduction of fairy types, should shake up the metagame and should hopefully bring steel types from their solely defensive standing point into a more offensive strategy. And now on to possibly the most important change of Generation 6, and that is the introduction of fairy types. The new pink threat is 2 times effective against Dragon Fighting and Dark, but not very effective against Fire, Poison and Steel. Please ignore the fact that it says Fee, I know it should say Fire. Also, no one is immune to Fairy type moves. Defensively, they are resistant to Fighting, Bug and Dark types, but are weak to Poison and Steel. Not to mention they are totally immune to Dragons. Does this mean we'll be seeing Steel types take more of an offensive stance? Or maybe even some poisons will emerge out of the background to reign supreme. Maybe not Garbodor, but we can hope. One final but very important change is one that affects weather summoning abilities. You can no longer change the weather permanently. Even if it's summoned by an ability, it will only last 5 turns. This is probably due to Politoed and the Rain Dance teams who destroyed double battles last year, and I cannot be happier about it. And that's that, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I've been Tadpole1,000,000, and now what do you think? It's pretty exciting stuff. Do you agree with some things Gamefreak have done? Do you disagree? Are you annoyed they've toned down some things? Are you annoyed that Polytone isn't a beast anymore? Comment below, let us know. And again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time, where I'll be going over Generation 6 breeding and some of the awesome things they've done, especially involving IVs. Again, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!